The star of Mike and Molly, comedian Billy Gardell. October 5th, tickets at emeraldqueen.com. By Jet Closing, buying a home. Jet Closing can save you time, money, and stress. Visit jetclosing.com today. And by Safeco Insurance, find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more. Very full operations today. The boys get ready. Their pregame routine just before first pitch here at Safeco Field. Send it down to Tom Glasgow. Tom, what's going on?
All right, David, let's talk some postseason baseball. Now, no drama when it comes to the American League and what's going to be taking place, but the National League, that is a different story, especially when you're talking about the Central Division, the West, and the wild card. So let's tell you what's going on as we check in on our Jet Closing easy-to-use standings. Let's go through these scenarios. So first off, in the Central, if the Cubs and Brewers both win or lose, the Brewers will be at the Cubs tomorrow for the division title. The loser gets into the postseason as the wild card. Now, if the Rockies and Dodgers, as we move to the West, both win or lose, the Rockies will be at the Dodgers tomorrow for the division title. The loser, the consolation prize, getting into the postseason as the wild card. So we'll keep you up to date on those teams today and how things shake on out as the fans continue to arrive at Safeco Field for the final game of the 2018 season. And the first pitch of that final game is right around the corner on Root Sports.
Boxed by the boys of summer, a sense of finality starts to settle in. It all ends today. For the Mariners, that end comes a month earlier than hoped, but not before their passion, energy, and excitement.
Mariners win yet another one-run affair.
Electrified us and captivated our hearts. But alas, winter is on its way, and the darkness that comes with it looms. More than 4 months stand between us and the first hints of spring when pitchers and catchers report to Peoria, ready to embark on the next great journey. But first, we have one final spark to ignite. It's game 162, and it's next on Root Sports.
He's a new all-time hit king, Ichiro, with a game-winning home run. That is amazing.
For the final time here in 2018, a good look at Safeco Field as we welcome you to Mariner Baseball. Today, the finale against the Texas Rangers. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew on this cloudy Sunday afternoon. All Major League games starting right about now. Shin-Soo Choo going to lead it off with the Rangers. Here's a look at the rest of that batting order.
Yeah, the former Mariner will lead things off. He'll be the DH today, and then it's the Hall of Famer hitting cleanup. Adrian Beltre, will this be his last days in the sun? We'll find out. Drew Robinson will round out the 9 for the Rangers.
Roenis Elias gets the start today for the Mariners' first pitch. Down low, ball 1, and we are underway. Home plate umpire for today's game, Ryan Addington. Marvin Hudson at first, Quinn Wolcott at second, and Nick Marley at third. In on the grass, Seager, and 2 pops it up, playable. Seager calls off Freitas, 1 down.
For Elias, the 29-year-old, this will be his 4th start on the year. 2.93 ERA in 46 innings. He has 30 strikeouts, only sitting 257. Fastball will be in the mid-90s. Curveball changeup. And the defense. Nelson Cruz getting the start out in right field. Good to see Nelson in the field today. Romine and Negron will play up the middle. On the infield, David Freitas will do the catching.
A couple of days ago, Scott Service said he went to Nelson Cruz and says, how you feel about playing right field? Let's come down the stretch here. He says, I want you in there. Now he says, well, I'm the employee. I'll play wherever you want.
Good answer.
Elvis Andrews, 1-1 to count. Mariners 4-1 winners last night, 12-6 the night before. That fouled back. 2-1 in this series. I like the fact that all the major league games are starting at this moment. A lot of intrigue will keep you up to date on what's happening over in the National League. A lot of good stuff happening there. Exciting stuff. Here's Seager getting an opportunity. Throws out Andrews, 2 down.
Yeah, a lot going on in the National League today. Be fun to watch that.
Central Division title up for grabs. West Division up for grabs. All 4 teams. Let's see, you got the Dodgers hosting the Rockies, Cubs hosting the Brewers, Rockies hosting the Braves. That would be if the home field advantage teams are tied. But you got all those, the top 2 teams in those 2 respective divisions in the playoffs, and what's going to happen next. Odor, Rougned Odor.
Odor with 18 home runs on the year. He's 3 for 8 against Elias.
Foul ball, not by much. Put the shift on for Mr. Odor. StatCast AI powered by AWS. Clouds really rolling in thick here. Light's been on all morning. 2 outs, 1-1. Pitch down by Elias to take a little off.
He's always had the good curveball, but his changeup has been improved. So he will use his changeup, especially to the right-handers, more to the right-handers than the lefties. There's the curveball.
Good start. Final game of 2018, and Ron Elias throws a 1-2-3 first. Mariners here today, and Guillermo Heredia will be leading off. And Heredia, 3rd time this season leading off for the Mariners, and the rest of the batting order here.
Mariners starting lineup brought to you by Jack in the Box, and Heredia will lead things off. Haniger out of the lineup this afternoon. Nelson Cruz, normally the cleanup hitter, he will hit 3rd. 37 home runs and 97 RBIs. Daniel Vogelbach also back in the lineup. He will bat 5th. Former Mariner Giovanni Gallardo on the mound, a 6.4 ERA for him in 90 innings, 55 strikeouts, but 46 walks, so he can get wild. Opponents hitting 288. He's given up 14 home runs this year.
Heredia drives one right center field. Going back, it's hitting off the wall. And Heredia will shut it down, lead off double.
Good start for the Mariners. And the defense for the Rangers. Drew Robinson getting his first start in center field. Adrian Beltre, Gold Glover, back at 3rd base. We've seen him as the DH in this series, but getting a chance to play 3rd base this afternoon. Carlos Perez getting his first start behind the plate.
Here's Denard Span, career at 1,498 hits. Scott Service said, I got to get him in there. Like Span a lot. Spent some time talking to Scott after his media session today, and talked about Nelly, talked about Span. Would like to see both of these gentlemen back. Span's got an option on his contract. We'll see what happens, but really likes what he brings to the table. 1,498 hits. Love to see him get a couple of knocks here, get to 1,500. Tremendous addition to the Mariner ball club. This would be his 94th game. 274 with the Mariners, 7 homers, 30 runs batted in, with 15 doubles and 6 triples.
Beltre had been playing in on the grass, but Span swinging away. Gallardo out in front, 0-2. Speaking to some of the media members traveling with the Rangers and asking about Adrian Beltre, and I think most of them feel that he's going to hang him up.
He told me the other day 50-50. There's a report on one of the websites 50-50. We'll see. Wouldn't, you know, either way, it's not going to surprise me. Span flies out the center with kids 14, 12, and 7. He said he'd really like to watch his daughter grow up.
The other part that's probably not too surprising is they also said that he doesn't like to talk about it a lot. It's something that decision he's going to make. And
Adrian turns 40 next April 7th. What a great career.
I don't think if he wants to play some more, if he decides to, I think if he retires, he's a Hall of Famer without question. So he doesn't need to play because of that.
Oh, that's the least of our worries. Yeah, no question. There's Nelson Cruz. Talking to Scott a lot about Nelly. Goes way back to the Texas organization with Cruz. He said, I do hope he's back, and I mean that sincerely. He's one of my all-time favorites, and I certainly share that opinion with him. Nelly, 37 homers, 97 runs batted in. Gallardo with the Mariners in the 17 season went 5-10, 28 games, 22 starts. Pitched 130 innings. Spent the first part of this season 3 games in Cincinnati. Throw down to second and back safely Heredia as Nelly strikes out. I'll bring up Kyle Seager. Scott Servais talking about a lot of the exit interviews, etc. And said, when are you going to really, the question put to him was, when do you start thinking about and trying to put things into motion for next year? He says, on my drive home tonight. Meetings coming up. Organizational meetings, and talking to Seager about training differently. Emphasis on mobility, flexibility. Expect him to get after his his training regimen early. Scott said, hey, you want to get the most out of what you have, and certainly looking for different and better results. Already, I'm not going anywhere at second.
Those exit meetings have been going on for a couple of weeks, and I know especially with this year there's so many more bodies, and I was talking to Scott about it. Communication is a big part of being a manager at the major league level these days, and he has been really busy.
The thing I found interesting with what he said, he goes in and asks questions and he wants to be all ears. He wants to listen. And fly ball center field. Robinson's on it, on the track. So that's going to be a big part of the offseason program. No scores. We go to the second. Both of these teams, the Mariners are set to host the Cubs, Cardinals, Yankees, and more here in Seattle. Coming up next year, we want you to catch all the action. So check out the entire lineup at mariners.com/2019 schedule. And while you're there, register for Mariners Mail, which gives you access to exclusive pre-sales. Cloudy day here in Seattle. Comfortable, though. Big smile from Adrian Beltre. This could be his final game in the big leagues. He leads off here in the second. 271, 15 homers, 65 runs batted in.
Well, a number of the guys in the Mariners dugout on the top rail yelling at him, and yes, Felix is one of them, having a good time.
He does retire. I'll certainly miss their interaction when they would go head to head. They couldn't be tighter friends, but man, do they fiercely go after each other. Remember a couple years ago, Beltre was with Boston. He grounded out, and as he was going into the dugout, he turned to Felix to say something, and I forget who the umpire at third was. He threw him out of the game. It's like, what was that? He's just jawboning with his friend, and you're throwing him out of the game like first, second inning. Just ridiculous.
Well, if he is going to retire, I think for myself, you look at, we've shown the numbers, the offensive numbers that he has put up for his career, and again, a Hall of Famer. But I'll miss watching him play third. He has been one of the best over there. You talk to any third baseman in the league over the number of years, and they will point right to him as the standard.
Well, his bell count, no doubt.
And just unique in the style at which he played it, just terrific.
The big man, always light on his feet, a cannon for an arm, and can deliver from any angle. He'll try to drop one in front of Cruz, and he does. Oh, brother. Nelly wasn't going to pull a hammy on that one.
No,
let his buddy have one.
Yeah. Oh, that was great seeing Robbie laughing in the dugout too.
Oh boy, and Beltre even pointed at him. Hey man, thanks.
You know what? It's a long year for all of these guys, and have some fun today.
Well, it's so many of these guys. I mean, you get to know them after a while. I mean, for the most part, have a great sense of humor, and especially with guys they're particularly tight with, and they will just break chops just endlessly. Line drive, and they double him up. They're going to wear him out now.
There we go. What a moment.
That's beautiful. I love it.
Great friends.
That's a tough one for Joey Gallo. Man, he smoked that ball.
He did. Nice play by Ryan, by the way. He could easily handcuff you. He hits this right on the button. 40 home runs on the year. Turns into an easy double play, but it was hit right on the button.
Ronald Guzman. You mentioned him the other day, saw him in the clubhouse. He is a big youngster, 6'6", tremendous power and all kinds of great potential for this Ranger ball club. 2-0. Cubs and Milwaukee tied in the Central. Dodgers, Rockies tied in the West. What's going to keep you up to speed on games that those folks are in? 2-2. And here we go in the early going. The Dodgers, you know, the Giants would love to mess up anything that has anything to do with the Dodgers, and the Rockies 2-0 on Washington. Milwaukee in the first inning against Detroit. Swing and a miss, and Elias. Couple strikeouts, double play, big help to him in the second. When we come back, Daniel Vogelbach leads off for the Mariners. So 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. By Safeco Insurance. Find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more. And by Virginia Mason Primary Care. Daniel Vogelbach leads off here in the second inning. Healy and Negron to follow against Giovanni Gallardo.
Daniel has been getting an opportunity to play here on the homestand. Was 1 for 3 last night. Hit the ball hard a couple of times, including a line drive base hit back up the middle. A couple of home runs on the final road trip, including a grand slam.
He's 3-0 here from Gallardo. A couple of years ago, Giovanni had some shoulder problems. Talked to him yesterday. He's healthy. Line drive, right field. Joey Gallo right there. 1 out.
Last inning, we were talking about exit conversations with the players and Scott Service and things he was talking to. Last year, he was having the conversation with Daniel Vogelbach, and they wanted him to be more aggressive. And I think he's done that. I think everything that they've asked him to do, I think that he went out and accomplished that this year. So it will be interesting to hear what that conversation has been like and to see him when he comes into spring training next year also.
You look at that body, and it's great that he's got a discerning eye, but I'd like to see him run around the bases after putting the ball in play as opposed to him being on base because he walks a lot.
Well, he's been more aggressive, and that's the thing that I like. It started in spring training, which is what they wanted. Hit for some power and not ball behind in counts and try to just serve the ball the other way, and he's done that, and that includes the 4 home runs and some limited playing time that we've seen. Let's see what happens.
Christopher Negron done some nice things the last couple of weeks with an opportunity to play. He's had second base today. We've seen him at third. We've seen him in the outfield.
And shortstop. Runs well, good athlete.
A couple of days ago made some outstanding catches in left field. Two-0 pitch. Three and one. And the ground. He'll take the walk. Two-out base runner for David Freitas. Here's a look at the standings. Central locked up. West locked up. And the Brewers just scored in their game. The Brewers taking on Detroit. It is 1-0. Dodgers 2-0. Cubbies down 2-0. Big games. Running breaks. Throw down to second is ball's dropped by Odor in safely with a stolen base. Christopher Negron.
Thought we might see him try to steal, something that Scott Service, I'm sure, and the coaching staff wanted to watch. Mentioned that he runs well.
Second stolen base as a Mariner.
You're going to consider him going into spring training, trying to win a utility spot next year. You want to see what he's able to do. And I talked about all the different positions that he has played, but he runs well and a decent jump that time. If Odor handles it, he probably is able to tag him out.
Good to see him proactive.
Yep. Something that Scott talks about in spring training. Just show him what you can do. Be aggressive. David Freitas going to start behind the plate.
'36th game for Freitas. What have you seen from him?
Well, I know this from talking to Scott. They love the way that he calls a game. He seems to be able to frame pretty well. I think as far as hitting goes, it seems he's getting more comfortable all the time, and that's a fair ball down the line, and we've seen some of that. Some extra base power from him also.
And leaves it alone. In with an RBI double. David Freitas, 1-0 Mariners here in the second.
Two-out RBI. Going the other way, and that's right after the stolen base.
You bet. Sixth double, fifth RBI.
And being aggressive. This is a good pitch. It's on the outside corner. You can see probably on the knees or just below the knees, and just goes with it right down the line. Fair ball, clearly a fair ball. Pick up an RBI.
Andrew Romine, switch hitter.
Mike Zunino not in the lineup, so David can play today. And I was talking to Mike the other day about his plans this winter, and he's going to take a little bit of time off this year just to heal up. That oblique at the beginning of the year.
First workout,
yeah,
right here,
right before the opener. It's just nagged him all year long, along with a number of other things. This goes out to center field, might drop in.
Robinson can get it, trapped it. Freitas will come around and score 2-0. Mariners RBI for Andrew Romine. A little blooper. It works, his second RBI. Romine in his 74th to make that 75th game. Bottom of the order productivity here.
Jams him. Drew Robinson, the center fielder, was playing deep and trying to make the play, is able to keep it in front of him. A couple of runs scored with 2 outs. But it would be nice to see Mike healthy and in spring training next year.
Nino, if he doesn't get into today's game, will finish at 201. 20 homers and 44 runs batted in. First pitch strike. Mike also had 18 doubles. Going to want to cut down on those strikeouts. He had 150 this year. Heredia open up the Mariners home first with a double to right center field off the fence. Romine's asset speed. Fast runner. One and two. Pretty good lead. Romine bluffs, doesn't go, as Heredia takes ball 2, 2 and 2. Foul. One of the highlights indeed. Cruz, Haniger, Diaz, and Segura going to the All-Star game this year. Runner goes, and a pitch swung on, popped up right in front of me, but thankfully it's about 50-60 feet away down below. We've had enough of that action this year. Right, somebody could get probably a much desired souvenir. Up the middle. How about Guillermo Heredia? Keeping the inning alive. Another 2-out base hit. It's 2 for 2. Going up the middle.
So a double into the right center gap, and then this line drive back up the middle, inside out swing, fastball middle in. Gallardo has been around 90-91 with his fastball this afternoon.
Well, here's Denard Span for the second time. Slide out the center. Ball one. Denard's sitting on 1,498 career hits. High drive right field. Going back Gallo. He's on the track. He's got it measured, and he's right there. Nonetheless, productive inning for the Mariners. 2 runs coming on 2 outs. And we go to the third, 2-0 Seattle. Bottom of the order coming through. A couple of runs for the Mariners. 2-0 lead here in game 162. Nice to see this family here at the ballpark. Make sure you join in the wintertime fun here at Safeco Field beginning November 23rd with Enchant. Make incredible memories at the world's largest Christmas light maze. Ice skating with friends and family. And enjoy nightly live music and shows. Tickets on sale right now at mariners.com/enchant. Bottom third of the order against Roenis Elias. First 2 innings he struck out 2. Also benefited from a double play in the second. He's got Perez, Calhoun, and Robinson here in the third. Off Freitas' glove. Elias, his 4th start of the season, his 23rd game, 2-1 record, 2.93 ERA. Dropped in a breaking ball and was a beauty. Back-to-back Ks. He's got 3 for the ball game.
He's always had the good curveball, and his velocity has been up this year, which is good to see, but also the changeup. But here's the breaking ball, and he will go to his curveball at any time. Typically, it will be in the low 80s, but a lot of spin to it. Be interesting going into spring training next year. The Mariners getting him back from Boston this year. on April 23rd. He's 29 years old and really has pitched well, whether it's been from the bullpen or occasional start.
Billy Calhoun, the left fielder. Fly ball backing up Cruz. 2 down. 2 outs as we get to Drew Robinson. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Drew Robinson. He's on some bad road since August 17th when he came back 3 for his last 20. Strike 1. I like the way Elias is in full attack mode.
I think that's something that he picked up when he was with Boston and they put him in the bullpen after being the starter. He's been more aggressive. His velocity has been up. I think it's helped him. That's why it's kind of interesting to think about him next year and what the possibilities are going to be.
Tell you what, he stays aggressive. Don't worry about nibbling. He's got good stuff. Use it, attack people. Go for it. It's a good mindset.
Yeah, I agree. He's pitched well for the Mariners, a 2.93 ERA. Just adding some depth.
That'd be tremendous.
Souvenir for Rick Riz. A little high, missed him.
A little bit, but he would be reaching for it. I'm on radio a few times with him this year, and he's reaching for. What are you doing? You want a ball? Just go to the clubhouse and get one.
He wants to be able to tell you that he caught it.
Hey, he caught in high school and college. So did I. You caught in the pros. It's a baseball. Come on. But the other day, some people were up here. Oh man, you guys must get a lot of baseballs. No, we'd rather not. With that, now you want to bring up goalie pads and gloves and blockers. Now we're talking. Those things come in hot and angry. Oh, good looking pitch.
It's off the plate, but yes, excellent bite to his curveball today. EQC Tracer had it off the plate away.
They thought that was going to be a pitcher's pitch. He might get a swing or a call. 2 out, nobody on. Shift on here for Robinson. Sawed him off. Little high. Little wide, but catch made by Healy. Coming up, you've got Cruz, Seager, and Vogelback in the Mariners home third. 2-0 Mariners, and the Mariners thank PACCAR for their support in our community by making a donation to the Page Ahead Children's Literacy Program for each Mariners RBI this season. Nelson Cruz going to lead it off here in the third. Hopefully this will not be Nelly's final game as a Mariner in this ballpark. Free agent at the end of this season. He'd like to come back. The club would like to have him come back. They need to have a meeting of the minds in the pocketbooks. Tremendous asset he has proven to be with this ball club on and off the field.
37 home runs, 97 RBIs.
One and two. Cruz, Seager, Vogelback, 3-4-5 here in the third inning. Day off for Mitch Haniger. Swing and a miss. Cruz is gone. Second time he's K. Mitch Haniger won it in the game. It's got services. No, you're good. Have a seat. Relax. Turned in a fabulous year. There's Kyle Seager flat out to center first time.
And he played a lot of baseball. 156 games or
157,
something.
285, 26 homers, 93 runs batted in, 38 doubles, 4 triples, 12 assists. Slug 493 and on base percentage of 366. That's a campaign right there, pal.
Yep, an all-star.
Dodgers got to be extra gleeful. Not only are they winning, they're doing it against the Giants. And Washington trailing at Colorado. Those scores hold. It'll be a one-game playoff for the division title. Dodger Stadium tomorrow.
I would love to see that.
Absolutely. Everything on the line.
Yeah.
Seager going the other way. Base hit.
This is on the outside corner. Belt high. It's a good look how deep he let the ball travel. The fastball running away from him.
Service talked about that 7th inning double he had to left center last night. It's hopefully something that we'll see a lot more of next year. Here's Vogelback, and this one right back at us again. Somebody in that same row might have put another souvenir. You're trying to tell us something here in the last day?
Yeah, you were talking about that. I think one of the things this year has probably been one of our best years watching the fans catch the foul balls this year. We've seen a lot of great plays.
Barehanded,
One-handed,
with glove,
yeah.
carrying a baby, making it. I don't recommend that.
A lot of great plays. A lot of
You
fun.
tell mama when you get home, right? Guys reaching out with their baby, reaching out for a foul ball. It's not that important. Come on. Ogie lined out.
Yeah, to right field. 3-0 count. Getting a line drive at the right fielder.
Two and one. Three and one to young Daniel. Full count. Out a little front with that one. Seager, the base runner at first, one out here in the third. Mariners got their 2 runs from the bottom of the order. Freitas in the 8-hole. RBI double to right, followed by Roma, an RBI single to center with 2 outs in the second. Pitch. And this will be 2 right here. And that'll do it for the Mariners in the third. 2-0 Seattle. Quick and easy trip on the Sounder train, Link Light Rail, and ST Express buses. Plan your trip at soundtransit.org. Yes, indeed. Till Eggers in the hall. Good sentiment. Next July. Come on, baseball writers, make it happen. Come on, what's there to think
It's
about?
going to happen.
Good grief. Chu. Ground ball to second. And Negron throws him out. There we go, CenturyLink. Here's what's coming up next. Wild card winner Friday against the Red Sox. Friday, you got the Tribe and the Astros. That is an intriguing series. And then on Wednesday, the A's and the Yankees. A lot of good playoff action coming your way.
Wow, this is great right here. It's the reason why I think you put him out there. And because we don't know, but Ben Gamble going out to right field.
I'm standing and applauding.
I agree with you. Taking over for Nelson Cruz.
I've been doing this media business for a long time. I'm telling you, folks, he's one of the primo guys I've met in about 45 years in this business. And I hope vehemently that he and the Mariners can work it out, that he will come back next year. And that is a class move. Good job to give him a hand here. Nice. Very nice. Good touch. Well deserved, too. And again, Scott's service goes way back when he was a youngster in the Texas organization when Scott was over there, player personnel. Texas bench was applauding, too. So all they should. One of the great pros in the game. Remember, he wants to be a lawyer when he hangs it up. Be rather persuasive.
I'm not surprised at all. We'll hope that his time here gets extended, but if not, I think he's exceeded everybody's expectations and then some. You know, it's been terrific having him here.
Of course, the ball finds Gamble like real quick.
He can handle it. That's not a problem.
Funny how that works. Now we know Ben's going to catch it. Nice to see him catch an easy one. He will go all out for anything that's hanging up in the air. Yes, indeed. Nelson Cruz off to a nice ovation. Here's Odor. 2 outs. Coming into today's action, Cruz in 4 years with the Mariners, 605, now 606 games, 163 home runs, 414 runs batted in, and a 284 batting average. And in a couple of Ks today, might go down a point, a half a point if it moves at all. I'll take those numbers.
Big time production and consistent production year after year after year.
To that point, 44-93, 43 and 105, 39 and 119, which led the league, and 37 and 97 in his age 37 season. Cha-ching.
And you're averaging 40 and 100 every year. That's.
If you know of a tree where those cats are falling off, you let me know.
Yeah. No kidding.
Odor swings through, and if Elias is throwing it over the plate, Rangers are obliging. They're swinging. 2018 coming this fall on Root Sports. Another exciting year of Gonzaga basketball. Ranked top 5 in the preseason polls. Zags, they're loaded. Mark Few, their head coach, looking to guide them to their 21st consecutive NCAA tournament appearance. Check out the full schedule on gozags.com and catch all the action all season long right here on Root Sports. Ryan Healy leads off against Gallardo. Healy, Negron, and Freitas here in the 4th.
Ryan one off the pace from his career high 25 home runs last year, 24 this year.
Mariners got their 2 runs in the 2nd inning with 2 outs. RBI double Freitas, RBI single Romine. Roenis Elias has struck out 4. Texas Rangers benefited from a double play in the 2nd inning. 2-2. Bouncing ball. Andrews. And he'll just hold on. Time now for T-Mobile's Built for Baseball. And over the years, we've enjoyed the by-play between Felix Hernandez and Adrian Beltre, longtime teammates. He's getting on Adrian before he comes out. You going to retire or not? Come on. Giving it to him. Future Hall of Famer. This after he was doubled up in a lineup. Felix, come on, give me a hug. Come on. That up, baby.
He had a base hit his first time up. Base hit in the right field.
So an E6 on Andrews. Gets the Mariners 4th going. Beltre had an RBI double in last night's game. Knocked in 2 runs on Friday night. Grown walked, stole second, and scored on the RBI double by Freitas in the second inning. Ball, 2 strikes. Healy breaks. He's going to get the second standing.
It'll be a wild pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt.
Boy, the Dodgers have opened up a can at the Giants. My goodness, 9-0 in the 3rd. Rockies building on their lead, so it's like a showdown tomorrow in LA. Did he go? Check with first base umpire Marvin Hudson. Grown, he's gone. 3rd strikeout for Gallardo. 1 down here in the 4th.
Bring up David Freitas. David with a double, his first time up, a double down the right field line. Drove in the first run of the game.
Tied him up.
Gallardo trying something different. His double was on a fastball at the knees on the outside corner, and that one at the top of the strike zone on the inside corner.
One. Looking forward to the playoffs this week. Looking forward to watching the National League. We don't obviously see as much of the National League.
I want to see a little bit more of the Brewers. I've seen some highlights this year, but what a year they're having, and I'd like to see what that looks like.
See the highlights tonight. Lorenzo Cain, great year. Christian Yelich, a triple crown type year. Colorado. Now, we did see plenty of those jokers.
They can hit.
That 5 out of 6 they took from the Mariners back-to-back weekends. And we saw the Dodgers score 28 runs up here. But yeah, Milwaukee's probably the most intriguing team. The Cubs aren't that much different than they've been the last couple 3 years. And then the home run hitting contest or bullpen contest between the A's and the Yankees should be very interesting.
Or the home run hitting contest, either or.
I mean, take your pick. Both have. Get the ball out of the yard, and they can also shut you down. Catcher's interference gets Freitas to first.
And you can see him catch the back of the webbing of his glove. Bring up Andrew Romine, who also drove in a run. Base hit into center field.
Andrew's second run batted in. Did a charity event with Andrew earlier in the season. He and, let's see, Zunino, Gamble, Segura with some challenged kids, and man, they were fantastic interacting with the kids. Fouls this one. Oof. He's not padded there.
No. Still walking it off.
They give a lot of credit to those guys for showing up on that Saturday a couple of months ago. Kids loved seeing them. Challenger Little League. They were out here again when the Little Leaguers came here to Safeco Field about a month or 2 after that. 2-1. way back in spring training. Won the utility role, beating out Taylor Motter. 2-1. Probably the best run he had this year was performed well up in Boston. Robinson's got this under control. 2 outs. Might have heard an expletive. It is baseball. Sorry you had to hear that. Two outs, top of the order, and Guillermo Heredia. Fine day with a double. Right center off the fence, and then a single to center.
Double was on a fastball away from him, but the single, like a two-seamer running in on his hands, and put a really good swing on it. Inside-out swing, driving it right back up the middle. He's been aggressive today.
Beltre also showed me. You gotta love it. Love his spirit for the game, and Adrian's going to lead it off when we come back. 2-0 lead for the Mariners. That was great. For him, he's going to hang it up. They came up to see this.
Yeah, I think
that means the fact
today,
that they're here, that tells you all you need to know. This is it. This is the final hurrah.
I was talking about it with a number of the media members from Texas before the game today. You see the guys on the railing.
Yeah, he's hanging it up.
They all felt like that was going to be it.
Yeah, he's going to hang it up.
What a career.
Good guy. Enjoyed talking to him over the years, too. Where are we? This is 2018, so 2023 Hall of Fame. Beltre with a single to right. First time up. Don't hold anything back. It could be your last AB. Let it rip.
Well, I threw him the fastball.
They did a memories of Denny McClain, Mickey Mantle. Here's one.
That last fastball at 94, middle in.
All right, he's going to leave us with a good dance, too. I like it. As I always tell you, Mike, one of the toughest guys I've ever seen any sport, Adrian Beltre. You can hear him groan on that one. As Gamble puts it away. Adrian,
wow,
it was a blast, my man. It was a blast. Great career seeing Cooperstown. We saw him play with some injuries that would have shelved guys for months, if not a season.
Wow. This year has been difficult for him. Last couple of years really with some injuries and some time on the disabled list. But think of all the games that he played in the big leagues at 19 years old.
Yep. 1 year winning. First year, second year, 40-some home runs. I'll look it up, but he had like 48 home runs with the Dodgers. Joey Gallo hit a bullet right at Healy his first time up with Beltre at first. Got a double play in the second inning.
95 on the fastball, down and away. Yeah, he played a lot of baseball games and typically was in the lineup every day.
Couldn't get him out. It is big hang time on this one. Already short of the track. $2019 Mariners season tickets on sale right now. When you put down a deposit, you can select your seats for next season. For details on joining the club as a Mariners season ticket holder, visit mariners.com/19. Beltre, 48 homers with the Dodgers in 04. It's his 7th season in the big leagues. Then he came to Seattle right after that. They played that one year we talked about in Boston, which is hard for me to believe as I look at this. His first time in the All-Star game was 2010 when he was with Boston. He had 49 doubles to lead the league, hit .321 in 154 games. Then he made the All-Star game 2 more years with Texas, then again in 14.
Yeah, that is surprising. I would have thought he would have been an All-Star at some point with the Dodgers.
The other thing, you could, before these last 2 years, we'll look at games played: 153, 143, 148, 161, 156, 154, and on it goes. Played a lot of games. Today was game number 2,933.
Yeah. Those few games that he missed was typically the manager making him take a day off.
Yeah. Sit yourself down, not writing you in.
Yeah.
Guzman 2-2, 2 out, nobody on.
Matt Moore getting loose in the pen for the Rangers, left-hander. We've seen him in the series.
Beltre, 3,165 hits, 636 doubles, 477 homers. About a 285, 286 batting average. Just the third 3-ball count today. Three and 2 with Negron in short right field.
This will be the 9th pitch in the at-bat.
Two nothing, couple of 2-out RBIs in the second for the Mariners. Freitas and Romine.
Elias just keeps challenging him with the fastball, and he is late on it. Tenth pitch coming up.
Put it in play. And that'll do it for the Rangers here in the 5th. So Adrian Beltre coming out. Probably will pull him halfway through. Take a break, come right back. And they're going to lift him right now as Jerks and Profar making his way out, and Adrian's going to get a well-deserved ovation. It looks like he was surprised. I don't think he was expecting this.
Now playing third base for Texas, number 19, Jerickson Profar, replacing Adrian Beltre.
That's great. All of his teammates are coming over.
He's definitely hanging it up. And the crowd here appreciates who he is and what he's done in his fabulous baseball career. You do not see guys like this come along with this work ethic, this talent, the grace, and the leadership qualities that Adrian Beltre brings to the table, to not only to the Texas Rangers, but he brought here to the Mariners and the Boston Red Sox and the LA Dodgers. And it's a tribute, great tribute to his family and to the game. Adrian Beltre taking his leave final time in the baseball field. Salutes the Mariners. Talk about a dude that runs the clubhouse.
There it
That's
is.
it.
Yeah, looking forward to a speech in 5 years.
Yes, sir. We need more guys in the game like him. Wow, this becoming a melancholy day. Belly's hanging it up. Cruiser, you know, that's up for grabs whether or not Nully comes back to us. They gave him third base. Oh, man. Oh, happy retirement. They're going to authenticate the base. Give it to Adrian. That's a wonderful touch. Wife and kids here. I'm going to give it to him. Ah, this is great. Nice. Cameron Maben took over in left field for Denard Span. Span and a couple of at-bats, fly to center, fly to right. And a base hit for Cam. It's good to see.
Wonder if Adrian will stay in the game some other capacity.
I don't know, but I tell you what, when you get guys like that in whatever walk of life you're involved in, of that high quality, they have earned the celebratory things that people are saying about them. It's well earned.
Without question.
There's Ben Gamble just joining us. Nelson Cruz. Maben took off, and on the transfer, Perez can't make the play. Stolen base for Cameron Maben. Take a look at Beltre's career numbers. Here you go. Big rankings there. 14th, 8th, 15th, 11th, 30th, and 24th. And Mike, you as a former third baseman, you really have a better or deeper understanding.
As far as third
of
baseman go, he's right there towards the top of the list. I mean, you start talking about guys like Mike Schmidt when you're looking at those numbers. And
yeah.
I mean, it is a fantastic career.
And I know in the course of my baseball viewing life, Eddie Matthews, Mike Schmidt, Brooks Robinson, George Brett, Adrian Beltre. Well played at first by Guzman. Over to third goes Maben.
Like I was saying earlier in the game, just looking at all those offensive numbers for him, they're terrific, and he's going into the Hall of Fame. But for me, as you mentioned, a former third baseman, watching him play defense is awesome. Just one of the best I've ever seen over there.
If you ever, somebody should put, if they haven't already done it, and I know they could do it up at MLB, Secaucus and/or New York, but put a sizzle reel of Adrian Beltre's defensive plays at third base. That'll be some fun. That'd be a lot of fun and well worth the watch. We'll step aside. 2-0 pitching change here at Safeco Field. Active player in the big leagues. 2-0 Mariners. And coming up on Root Sports, it's another Beacon Plumbing High School football game. Tune in Thursday to see the Commerce Papermakers versus the Sumner Spartans at 7 p.m. Pacific. Don't miss the action this season right here on Root Sports. Brought to you by Beacon Plumbing, Heating, Electrical, and Mechanical. Stop freaking. Call Beacon. Matt Moore, left-hander, takes over on the mound for the Rangers. Seager, fly ball right field, Joey Gallo. Maben tags. Here's the throw. It is offline and not in time. So Seager picks up an RBI, his 78th. The Mariners lead goes to 3-0.
And Matt Moore pitching out of the bullpen, the former starter. 38 appearances this year, a 6.84 ERA. It's been a struggle for him. 101 and a third, 86 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .305. He's given up 19 home runs.
Here's Vogelback. Gobbled up by Odor. Third out, inning over. Mariners had a run. Seattle with a 3-0 lead. Here's a look at Roenis Elias. Nice 5-inning work.
Threw the ball well today, just one hit, didn't allow a run. And Didn't walk anybody. 4 strikeouts, 58 pitches for him.
Time now for a Beacon Plumbing call to the pen.
James Pazos will take over. This will be his 60th appearance on the year, a 2.76 ERA, 44 strikeouts and 49 innings of work. Opponents hitting 245 against him. Fastball in the low to mid 90s with a slider.
What's been the biggest difference, Pazos, from last year and the early part of this year?
I think the thing earlier this year when he was just dominant, you have to look right at his velocity, where his fastball was at 95, 96 miles an hour, and in the second half, velos dropped down to that 92, 94 range, and I think sometimes because of that, pitchers will lose a little bit of their command. So it'll be interesting to see what he does this winter, preparing for next year. This will be his 60th appearance. So he's had to pitch quite a bit.
Here's Carlos Perez. Catcher, bottom third of the order. Struck out looking. First time that was in the third. Whoa. Oh, one. One. 2 runs in the second for the Mariners, 2 outs. They produce Freitas RBI double, a Romine RBI single, and a sac fly in the 5th off the bat of Kyle Seager. Down the line, foul ball. The whole section to themselves. Got him to chase it. Pazos, fine start here. 1 out.
Former Mariner Zach Curtis getting loose in the pen for the Rangers. Will be another left-hander.
Willie Calhoun, left fielder, flied out to right. Ball 1. And Gamble, easy play for him. Just joining us, Gamble came in to take Nelson Cruz's place. Nelly started in right field, got a couple of at-bats, struck out. Hopefully Nelly and Mariners will have a meeting in the minds and be back together at least for next year. Nelly's a free agent. 6th inning, 2 outs. Center fielder Drew Robinson, a comebacker to Elias to end the 3rd inning. Dodgers have opened the floodgates in San Francisco. 12-0 LA in the 4th. Going top 5 now. And Colorado 4-0 over Washington in the 5th. There's 2 games tomorrow. That'll be 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. Pacific tomorrow. there's only one game. It'll be at a 1 p.m. start Pacific time. Rain in the Chicago forecast tomorrow. And Hurricane Rosa may bring some rain to SoCal tomorrow. That's not good.
That is not good.
Milwaukee 3-0, bottom 5 at home against Detroit. Deep drive, right field. Gamble's going to watch it sail out. Way out. Home run, Drew Robinson, his third. 2-1 pitch.
Something we were talking about the other night, Dave. It's just staying with the fastball. We have not seen a slider. He's thrown 10 pitches, all fastballs, and Robinson was able to time that up at 92 miles an hour. I think it's middle in. Long home run.
Rockies now up 7-0. There's a ground ball up the bat of Chu. McGrone, quick throw, and Healy couldn't dig it out. Chu will hold at first.
Give him a base hit. Christopher showing some range with the backhanded play and probably had a little more time. Rushed the throw. Actually, that would have been a close play either way. Primera Supermo and Healy trying to make the backhanded play. Had a tough time keeping his foot on the base even if he came up with it.
So taking his lead, 36-year-old Shin-Soo Chu. Good player.
Delano DeShields running for him.
Three-1 ball game, top of the 6th. Here's Andrews. 0 for 2, ground out the third, fly to right. Calls for it. And that will do it for the Rangers. They get a home run from Robinson, strand a runner, 3-1 Mariners. Seattle Mariners baseball here in Root Sports, brought to you by Money Tree. Proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. By Jack in the Box, this season a Mariners double play means free Jumbo Jacks from Jack in the Box. By CenturyLink, connecting you to the power of the digital world. And by BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew here. Finale of the 2018 season. Mariners with the lead at 3-1. Zach Curtis takes over on the mound for the Rangers.
Seen the left-hander a couple of times this year, former Mariner. Fastball in the low 90s and a slider, occasional changeup.
Win today would give the Mariners winning season records against everybody in the division. They're currently 9-9 against Texas.
Zach Duke getting loose for the Mariners. Pitch the 7th.
Healy fouls one back. Healy, McGrone, and Freitas. Healy today. Fly to center and reached on an error by Elvis Andrus, who's been replaced at shortstop by Hanser Alberto. High ball right field, Joey Gallo. And he's there for the catch. It's a whole new ball game with RBI Baseball 18. This game delivers an all new franchise mode and much more. RBI Baseball 18 is available now at RBIGame.com. Rated E for everyone. Got some attendance numbers we're going to pass along to you. My right-hand guy, Robbie Nielsen, with the numbers here. 21,146 today for the season. 2,300,162. Check the old stat numbers. The Mariners, let's see, started today 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th in the American League, right ahead of Texas in attendance. McGraw will walk, a stolen base, and a run scored in the second inning. Second plate appearance in the fourth, he struck out on a 1-2 pitch. 21,146 for the finale. Kids Appreciation Day. A lot of mascots from around the area are here today. And McGraw down swinging, 2 down.
And we'll bring up David Freitas. On base a couple of times, a double, RBI, a run scored. So recent catches interference.
Quick 2 outs here in the 6th. Three runs on 6 hits, no errors for the Mariners. 1, 3, and 2. A run, 3 hits, 2 errors from Texas. One and 2. Dodgers having a scoring fest. 14-0, top of the 5th at the Giants. Smiles all around that dugout. Boston big runs today too. 4th inning, 10-2 lead against the Yankees up at Fenway. Milwaukee 3-0 in the 6th over Detroit. Colorado 7-0 over Washington, 5th inning. Cubs are leading the Cardinals 4-2. Here's one for you. Who's your manager of the year in both leagues? Who do you got? I know I have in the American League. I think that's pretty easy.
What about the National League then?
Well, Bob Melvin in the American League without question. Yeah. I mean, that is a layup. National League, I may have to go with the guy in Atlanta, because they were talking about being a couple, 1 to 2 years
that's a
down
good choice.
The road, and I think that's probably where they should go. 3-1 lead for the Mariners. It's next Saturday. An exciting MLS matchup. Tune in at 6:30 p.m. Pacific. Portland Timbers travel to Real Salt Lake, and stay tuned after that match for a live post-game show. For your local programming schedule, visit rootsports.com. New pitcher for the Mariners, left-hander Zach Duke. So we got Zach Curtis on for the Rangers. Now Zach Duke here in the 7th for the Mariners.
71 appearances, a 4.24 ERA. Fastball in the upper 80s and a sweeping slider, occasional changeup to the right-hander.
And the Atlanta manager, Brian Snitker. I think he would be my choice for National League Manager of the Year. Bob Melvin. I would go with Bob Melvin in the American League. Nobody Saw that ball club.
Or Atlanta.
Exactly. Atlanta, they were talking Atlanta and Philly a year or two away. Phillies have collapsed badly. They're going to finish under 500. They were leading. They had a nice lead there in the National League East for a while, but Atlanta has really done a great job. Here's Odor. Odor, Profar, and Joey Gallo. That is foul, says Marvin Hudson.
Odor thought it was a fair ball.
It's close, real close.
We'll take a look. He thought it went over the corner of the base.
And Odor goes down swinging. Thought he had extra bases, but he's done. 1 out. Third time he's K'd today. He's tried, like heck, to put it in play. You know him, he in perpetual launch mode.
Yeah, he's trying to hit it out of the ballpark.
Jurickson Profar, switch hitter, took over for Beltre. Did he go? He did. Marvin Hudson confirms. Zach Duke likes that drop down action. Change that release point.
A good sinking fastball at 88, 89 miles an hour.
Strike 3 called. Strikeout swinging, strikeout looking, 2 away. There's Joey Gallo. I think he's thinking hit it here cafe.
Probably. And he usually does.
But I just think it's late in the game. It's the 7th inning. It's the last game of the season. Even more reason for him to get as big a launch angle as he possibly can and just try to lose one. I know that's his game, but
Zach chasing a couple of breaking balls, trying to cheat and catch up to the fastball.
Oh, 2. Have another. Right there's Romine. Throws him out. Nice job for Zach Duke. And for the final time this season, stay right here for God Bless America here at Safeco Field.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we say take me out to the ball game here on this Sunday, we ask you to please rise and direct your attention to home plate Presenting God Bless America, please welcome back John B. Cooper.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans, wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Little rain has been falling. Roof is in motion. Cover things up here as it grinds along. We go bottom 7, 3-1 Mariners. They got 2 runs in the second, 2 out RBIs by Freitas and Romine, then a sac fly in the 5th from Kyle Seager. Yohander Mendez takes over.
Just 7 appearances for him, 26 2/3, 18 strikeouts, 15 walks.
Romine, a switch hitter. Got an RBI single in the second, flied out to center in the 4th. Popped it up. Odor backing up. Right fielder Gallo for the out.
Number 5,
Yohander Mendez takes over. Here's Heredia. 2 hits and reached on a fielder's choice. That was that fun play in the 4th inning at first and second. He ground the ball to Beltre. Beltre stopped healing his tracks and waved him on. Come on, let me tag you out. Quick 2 outs here. Mariners thank Seattle Children's for their season-long support to create family-friendly destinations inside the ballpark. Whether the Seattle Children's playfield or Wishing Well, our youngest fans enjoy a great experience here at Safeco Field. Cameron Maben took over in left field for Denard Span, who got the start out there. Base hit to right, stolen base, and a run scored in the 5th. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit in this light rain that's coming down here at Safeco Field. 1-2 to Maben.
Cameron had a base hit into right field and scored a run.
Nights ago, Maben had a good one in a 12-6 Mariner win. He went 3 for 5. Knocked in 4 runs. Two outs and a 1-2 pitch. 2-2, 2 outs. Roof almost about 2/3 there. Base hit from Maven. Another one. He's 2 for 2 today. 5 for his last 7. Finished strong.
Hit the fastball into right field his first time up, and this is on a changeup out in front of it. It finds a hole in the left side of the infield. Bring up Ben Gamble. And didn't start the game, came into the game for Nelson Cruz, who started in right field.
Odor, a foot race to the bag. Guzman, he's there. Hopefully he didn't get hurt. Get the job done. We go to the 8th inning. 3-1 Mariners.
How about some hashtag Where I Root presented by Alaska Airlines? Let's check it and see what we have here. We're not sure of the pronunciation. We're going to go with the Pops. But the Pops are at the top of the Bavarian Alps cheering on the Mariners. Thanks so much for sending that from halfway across the globe. Tracy Boyd, first game for the Boyd family from Scotland. Terrific. Hope you folks are having a great trip. Oh, we're going to get this Apple Cup stuff started early, huh? Cougs rule, dogs drool. Okay, spring training opening day, a few games in between, and great day in Seattle to close out the season. Thanks for sending that in as we send it back upstairs.
All right, Tom, thank you. A lot of international flavor. There's Nick Rumbelow taking over on the mound for the Mariners.
Just 12 appearances for him, 16 2/3, 15 strikeouts. Low 90s with his fastball, slider.
Cleveland Indians have announced their starters, their first 2-game starters for the American League Division Series. Corey Kluber and Carlos Carrasco. The roof is extended 2-1. Long run, the beat on it. That's a good play there by Negron. Boy, he took a direct line, had it all the way. Nice job.
Showing a lot of range too. We talked about his speed earlier in the ball game, and he gets to this without a problem. A basket catch.
Swing and a miss by Perez. Struck out swinging and looking. You get a heater by Rumbelow at 95, top of the zone. Diaz, yep, 4 times AL reliever of the month. That's how good he was. 57 saves, tied Bobby Thingpen. Thingpen with the 92 White Sox with 57 saves. Frankie Rodriguez, Francisco Rodriguez, 62, has the single season record. And down goes Perez, 2 down.
Willie Calhoun will step in.
Bobby Thigpen, 1990 White Sox. Those 57 saves. LeBron's been busy. 1, 2, 3. Go the Rangers in the 8th. Celebrating the past. These ladies dressed up.
It's great.
As the All-American Girls Professional League from back in the 40s. League of our own. Not always you get an opportunity to say goodbye to a Hall of Famer in what appears to be his final action on a major league field. Adrian Beltre, his wife and son there. Mariners applaud. Teammates came over and give him a congratulatory and goodbye hug. His active playing days look like they are over. Fabulous career. One of the great third basemen we've ever seen, and ticketed for Cooperstown in the Hall of Fame as Chris Martin takes over.
It's nice that it worked out for him the way that it did. He was able to have the same type of thing happen for him in Arlington, and then of course a former Mariner as well, so a lot of the fans getting a chance to see him. Looks like it's going to be his last game, but Chris Martin will take over. 45 appearances on the year, 4.65 ERA, opponents hitting .279 against him.
Here's Gordon Beckham. He took over for Seager. Beckham, Vogelbach, and Healy against Chris Martin.
Pretty good fastball at 96 miles an hour. Sean Armstrong getting loose in the Mariner pen.
22nd game for Beckham. Up and down a few times at the ball club this year. Fourth stint with the ball club. He had 302 with Tacoma. 10 homers, 51 runs batted in. Two and two. And goes down swinging, one away. Don't forget, stick around after the game for Mariners postgame presented by Alaska Airlines. We'll have Brad, Dave, Bill, Tom, and Andrew. Full house. We're from Scott Service, talking about the season and plans looking ahead for the 2019 season. I think Angie in the open said something about 143 days. The pitchers and catchers be here before you know it. Fights it off. That's going to drop. No, sir. That's Profar making a play.
Just picked up a base hit on a check swing. Profar came into the game for Beltre. Able to make the catch.
Healy. Flied to center, reached on an error by Andrews, the shortstop at that point in the game in the fourth, and flied out to right field. Fire throws them out. A quick 1-2-3 eighth. Ninth inning coming up. 3-1 Mariners. To thank you, the viewing audience, for everything, for being with us for these 162 games and the preseason games. Thank you so much for your patronage, and thank you. Good stuff. You're 12.
Yep.
And boy, it was a great run mid-season. 24 games over 500. Yeah, we knew about the deficiencies and everything, but the hope ran high, and it's a tough ending to the season in some regards, but the Mariners looking at picking up another win here, which would give them, that's going to give them 89 wins. Nobody saw that.
No, and I think they found out a lot about their ball club, and it'll be interesting to watch Gary go to work this winter and what he's going to do. Talked a lot about Scott Service and some of the conversations that he's had with the players, and I'm glad you're able to finish it. Started the year on the DL.
Holy Toledo. I'd almost forgotten about that.
Yeah.
The Achilles, folks who have been asking on social media, the Achilles is coming along great. Thank you very much. No more hoops. I'm done. The next hoops I do will be calling hoops in November.
Enjoy your winter.
Absolutely.
Because spring training will be here before you know
That's
it.
what we said, like 143 days. That's unreal. Japan trip and everything. Sean Armstrong. His duty for everybody in both clubhouses, both dugouts, dude, throw strikes.
He's pitched well for the Mariners. You can see the 1.32 ERA, 14 strikeouts and 13 2/3. Opponents hitting 174 against him.
I want to thank Robbie, Chris, and Bubba for being with us. Our guys in the booth. Couldn't do it without you. And then Jimmy and Curtis and JJ and everybody down in the truck. Angie, Jen, Tom Glasgow. Of course, Brad, Dave, and Bill Kruger. Dan Wilson for popping in on occasion. Adrian Beltre. Glad I had a chance to express my appreciation for what he's done for the game and his wonderful career.
Be interesting to see his comments after the game. Hear him, what he has to say.
I picked Colorado, I think, in August. I may stick with that pick in the National League. The American League, as Robinson takes a call at third strike. I think I'm going to go, as much as I like that Houston rotation, I think I'm going to go Boston in the American League.
Boston, huh? I don't know. There's something happening, and again, I haven't seen a lot of it. Just some highlights and everything that I've read, though. I think they're going to probably have the MVP in the National League, but I think there's something going on with the Brewers. It'll be interesting to watch the Brewers and what they're able to do. I'm going to stick with Houston in the American League.
Got a chance to be fun, that's for sure. That's going to check up. That works. Do Shields. Oh, this is going to be exciting tomorrow. Clear your calendar if you can. A couple of playoff games tomorrow. Dodgers 14-0 on the Giants. Colorado 7-0 on Washington. So those boys are going to have to tee it up tomorrow. See who wins the division.
Hopefully the weather will cooperate.
Here, here.
Andrew Alberto, his first plate appearance.
$21,146 on hand here. They closed the roof about a half hour or so ago. And game 163 stats will count, so that means Christian Yelich is vying for the Triple Crown is going to be in play. Off the fist. Yelich has to pass Javier Baez for the RBI total in the National League. Good group of playoff teams in both leagues. Yelich started today at 109. Here's thrown down to first. Got him.
Got him.
Nice job by David Freitas. Throws out a wondering Delano DeShields.
Well, Don Wakamatsu holding things up right now to see if in fact he was out. And I think he's going to have him take a look at it.
Tell you what, Marvin Hudson could not have been in a better position.
It's hard to tell from that replay when Ryan put the tag on him and when his hand touched the base. Good reaction by Freitas, the catcher.
go. The verdict is it's out. 2 down. So Hanser Alberto, 2-1 count. The 2018 season down to its final strike here in Seattle with the Rangers and the Mariners. 2-2 to Alberto. Nobody on. Mariners up 3-1. Sean Armstrong on the mound for Seattle. And a 2-2 pitch. Fouled back. Here we go again. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled off.
Pretty good slider on the outside corner. And he is throwing strikes. 11 pitches, 8 strikes for him.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Putting up a battle. Two pitch again. Putting up a fight.
Pretty good fastball off the plate. He fouls it off.
I love these Mariner fans hanging in. Armstrong 2-2 to Alberto. And fly ball left field. Mabin's under it, and that is going to do it for the 2018 season, everybody. Mariners win it 3-1, and the Mariners get their 89th win. It's the 6th most wins in franchise history. And so concludes the 2018 season. 2 hours and 14 minutes, which you would expect from a couple of teams not in the pennant race. Keep it moving, boys, and that's what they did. For Mike Flowers, I'm Dave Sims. It's been a pleasure. An absolute thrill to be with you again for year number 12 here, and look forward to talking to you again in spring training coming up in March. That'll do it for us here. Mariners postgame presented by Alaska Airlines starts right now. Brad, Dave, Bill, Tom, and Angie, folks, pleasure as always working with you all. All the best during the off season.
Dave, same to you and Flo. We appreciate another year. A lot of victories. Ichiro and the guys able to celebrate win number 89 this year. But to think that, as Dave Sims mentioned, you get your 6th most wins in franchise history at 89, but still on the outside looking in at the playoffs. With the Mariners finish off the Rangers 3-1. Now they have a winning record against every American League West opponent. That is an accomplishment. And guys, you look at it, I mean, 89 wins, I mean, that is hard to do.
It's a good number. I mean, the problem is if this is the no joke around, everybody makes the playoffs professional league. Only 5 on each side make the playoffs. So you got to be one of the elite clubs. And boy, the AL this year, Dave, it's been an elite group.
Well, the Houston Astros, the defending world champions, I thought got better over the last winter. And I think they proved that point again as they won over 100 games this season. They added to their starting rotation, they added to their bullpen, and they got one of the most explosive lineups in the game. So the Mariners got a long way to go to catch up to those guys.
Yep.
And we talked a little bit about what they need to do, maybe address some in the postseason. We'll get to that as well, some of your keys kind of going forward for these guys. But a lot to like about this year. They're excited about kind of what they've accomplished. Certainly the first half better than the second half for them, but you guys know, I mean, game 162, I mean, there's a lot of emotion. There's a lot of goodwill and kind of a finality of everything. And they're kind of going through a lot of emotions right now on the field.
Yeah, I think there's some appreciation for all your comrades for going arm in arm and fighting the battle together. And 89 is a good number, but there's certainly embedded disappointment, and everybody's reflecting a little bit upon their season, but I think more importantly, just appreciating one another.
You know, the thing about the baseball season is it's 8 months long. You spend a lot of time together. You get to spend a lot of time in your underwear together, showering together, eating together. And then the last day comes, and, you know, no matter what, it's been a good year, a bad year, there's that emotion of, man, the season is over. We're all heading back home to wherever that place might be. And the finality of it kind of just hits you.
Yeah, it's like we say bye to workers here at Safeco Field and say, hey, see you in spring. Some of these guys do the exact same thing, right? They go home and have their own lives home, different hometowns, different family obligations in the offseason, and everybody kind of meets again February in Peoria. And I always like this scene, guys, where you've got the T-shirts and the giveaways and the fans.
Save that arm. Don't hurt that arm.
Max, no. The fans sticking around and kind of enjoying the players handing out merchandise, not just coming in, being some of the first in the gates to get these bobbleheads and T-shirts, but now getting from Nelson Cruz and the guys throwing out hats. Everybody feeling pretty generous right now, handing out some goodies. Boy, good to see Nelson Cruz play and have him taken out. Boy, what you have 4 years of that guy. How great is he for Seattle?
For me, the best free agent signing that the Mariners have ever had. A guy that averaged 40 home runs and 100 RBIs for the last 4 years. Even at the age that he's at, he's finishing up his age 38 year this year. If they don't sign him back, he's going to be missed on this ball club.
And Robinson Cano handing out hats. Everything he does is just so cool, isn't it? Robbie just chilling, no reaction, handing stuff out. Here you go.
He makes it all
Give
look
a little
easy.
Hug. He does. A tough year for him, obviously, with the 80-game suspension and coming back and being shuffled around defensively. I mean, again, we'll get to some of these off-season questions and kind of what the team might look like in 2019. We'll get you guys keys on that as we go forward. We're going to hear from Angie Mentic, who's going to have several interviews with the team about 18 and looking forward to 2019. And here's a moment we're talking about Nelson Cruz coming out of the game. So everybody gives him a standing ovation, a richly deserved ovation. Will Nelly be back next year? We'll talk about that and more. Put a bow on 2018 and talk about 2019, all coming up on Mariners Postgame, presented by Alaska Airlines.